What's up, leader? One of the most common questions that I am being asked is how to predict a breakout or how to trade a breakout. In fact, as a trader, you must know how to trade a breakout. Why? Because once you can predict a breakout like the smart trader does, like this one here, you can slide with the flow and can catch the biggest trade possible in the market. So with that being said, in this video, I will be showing you everything you need to know to trade and predict a breakout so that you can stay ahead in the game of sliding to catch the biggest trade possible in the market. Sound interesting? Then smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done yet. This is Forex Wizard from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. With that being said, let's get started. Okay guys, so like any other things, breakout also had a symptom. Okay, from that symptom we can understand that breakout is going to happen. So how do you identify the symptoms of breakout? First, let's learn this and then we'll jump onto the chart to see how we can find or predict breakout. Now first of all, let's see the first symptoms of breakout is the series of lower highs on a support and series of higher lows on a resistance. So if you see, let's first consider the first part, series of lower high on a support. Now if you see a market, first of all, trend is everywhere. Trend, the first thing you need to understand always trend. If you see a market, let's say trending down, okay, downward trend, major trend is down, and then if you know that the market will never move in one direction, the market will move and at some point it will consolidate or create this kind of pattern. So once you saw that the trend is down and then the price is doing something like that, okay, a move coming back to the level, certain level, and then making another move coming back to the same level, making another move coming back to the same level. So when you see that an instrument is consolidating in a sideways movement but creating a continuous pressure on a single level, okay, this is which we call a support. All right, so on that support, what we see that you can see that first time the buyers push that price well above this level, the next time the buyers couldn't push that price high in the same level the previous time it was, creating a series of lower high, and the price is coming to the same level again and creating a series of lower high, and that is the first symptom of a support breakout. Why? Because the major trend is down, always keep in mind in that case. And why this series of lower high is so important on a level of support? The reason is when the price moves up and down, there is always what I can say a battle between buyers and seller. So when there is a chance for buyer, okay, what happened? They push that price here, right? When there is a chance for seller, they are able to push that price down to this level. But when next time when there is a turn for buyer, they were not able to push the price in the same level previous time they did. What does it mean? It means that over time this market, the buyers are giving up. And when, let's say, consider a battle or a game between buyers and sellers, so every time if the buyers is dropping, who is becoming dominant in the market is the seller, right? And that is why this market at some point will likely to break out. There is nothing guaranteed in trading. Okay, now what is that thing? Okay, that's the last, you can say, when this is the last,
get yourself a buttload of popcorn and juju beans, juju bears, juju bees, get some of those things. And
are you joking, man? I'm teaching people. It's serious matter. So what is this now? This is the last fake move. So what happened in most cases, you'll see that when you see the price is doing like that, at some point you can see a breakout to the other direction. Okay, so other direction means like the major direction or opposite direction of the major trend. So the major trend is down and we see series of lower high. We are predicting that this market will break from this level of support, right, from here. But why this happened is because it's called a manipulation or a false breakout. Is basically when, you know, like retail trader, they normally see this kind of pattern. They also know that, okay, the price is creating series of lower high on this level of support. This support is going to break, let's sell. Okay, everyone start to sell, putting their stop loss above this high. Okay, so what happened the last moment, the big boys does this manipulation to slaughter everyone here. Okay, get all the, you know, orders, all the sellers turn into buyer, hit the stop loss, and then immediately come down and break from this level of support. This happens. It happens in the market over and over again. So how can you trade the breakout then? The best way to trade breakout is to wait for this false breakout to happen. So when you see this kind of pattern that has first of all series of lower high on a level of support and then caused a false breakout, came back down, closed the candle below this level of support, then also the job is not done. You need to wait for this support to be retested. Okay, so this support here, support here, support here, test as resistance, and when you see a rejection, that is where the trades comes. And trading from this zone, okay, keeping a stop loss above the manipulation lag or the false breakout and targeting even one-to-one in this kind of trades, it's a high probability trade. Okay, guys and girls, so this is in terms of support breakout. So what is in terms of resistance breakout? Just the other way around. Let's quickly look at that. So there are two symptoms that we have learned is series of lower high on a level of support, fake out towards the opposite side before breakout to the direction of the trend. Okay, so now let's see how it looks like for resistance breakout, just the other way around. So if we see a resistance and the price first came down, went to the same level of resistance, again came down, created a higher low, came to the same level of resistance, again came down, created a higher low, came to the same level of resistance, and then fake move and then breakout, retest, buy, stop loss below this low, take profit even one-to-one. That could be an awesome trade. So now let's jump onto real chart to see this important symptom so that you can catch biggest trade possible in the market. Okay, guys and girls, so let's see this example on British pound US dollar. Now first of all, the first thing you will check is the major trend. So if you zoom out of the chart, what you see that the major trend in this market is down. You can see it's a clear downtrend. Okay, so once you found the downtrend, now let's see, let's say that you are observing this market here. Now what you saw, it's nice looking consolidation. You see this is the level of support. The price has come to this level, okay, has bounced off here and came back to the same level, bounced off, came back to the same level, and you can see that every time the price is approaching this level, creating a series of lower high. And then what happened? We have seen a fake out with this green candle. This trend line, you can see this is the trend line, is completely has broken to the upside with this leg. That's a manipulation. That is the fake move to the upside, and then the price immediately came back down to the same trend line and then slowly has came back to the same level of support, and then broken to the downside. So this is how the breakout happens. When you see a major trend, the price is creating a series of lower high. You see the lower high on a level of support, established support, and then suddenly created a fake move to the upside to grab liquidity, and then came back to the same trend line or same level, and then slowly creating again series of lower high. That's a sign of breakout. So when you can trade that, when you see that the price completely has broken out of this level of support, probably after this candle or even after this candle, could be a really good trade. And you can see after that there is a big move happened in the market. Okay, so let's see a couple of more examples how we can understand this kind of breakouts. Okay guys, so let's see this example on dollar yen. Recently we have secured a very good profitable trade on this one as well. So you can see that dollar yen on the hourly chart, you see this is in a strong uptrending market. So the long-term trend is up. You can see the price was creating series of higher high and higher low. So at some point what we have seen that dollar yen was consolidating and creating a level of resistance here. So you can see the price came to this zone, rejected to the downside, created this low, came back to the same level, created this move, came back to the same level, created this move. So every time the price was approaching this level of resistance, you see there's resistance here, and we see that the price again coming back and creating a series of higher low, because it's an uptrend. As we mentioned before, when you see a resistance, the price came back down, went to the same level of resistance, you see that the price was creating a series of higher low as a symptom to break out from this level of resistance. And we have seen the price is creating a series of higher low, putting a pressure on this level of resistance, but the resistance level is same for almost same in that level. And at some point what you have seen just before the breakout, there is an opposite direction to the breakout. So that's a fake out. That's what we mentioned. So if you remember like that, okay, the price will create a series of higher low, and at some point you will see in most cases a fake out. So to the other direction to hunt the stop loss, to grab the liquidity, and then will break out. And that is what happened. You have seen this is the manipulation leg. There's a trend line here. This triangular pattern was forming, creating a series of higher low on this level of resistance, and then what we have seen created a fake move to the downside, and then immediately has broken out of this resistance. And see what happened, guys. So if you see, can catch this move, we got a big trade on this one. If you go long from here after the breakout candle close, and if you keep your stop loss below the manipulation leg or the fake out, that's a big trade. Smash the like button now. And that's how, once you understand the breakout, once you understand all the symptoms, you can catch big trades like that. So with that being said, let's jump on to another examples where you can understand more of this kind of breakouts. Okay guys, so same kind of example, let's look at this one here on GBPAUD. Now what you see that the price basically created, this is the hourly chart, and you can see nice looking support here, and the price was moving in this direction. So you see a trend to the downside, and after this trend what we have seen, the price first came to this level and created this push to the upside, came to the same level, okay, created another push, but this time the price created a lower high, okay, couldn't reach the same level, came back to the same level of support, another push to the upside, created another lower high, and then came to the same level. So every time the price was coming back to this level of support, creating series of lower high. Okay, so once we saw that, and lastly what happened, look at the trend line here. Okay, draw this trend line, then you'll see what's happening, and you see that suddenly one long candle on the lower time frame, 15 minutes, you could see a couple of candles, but you see there's a big lag that has broken this level of resistance, and then immediately came back down with this narrow doji, and that's a penetration of the fake out to the upside, hunting all the stop loss, grab liquidity. And after that fake move, you can see that what happened with a clear red candle, the price has broken out of this level of support, broke this level of support. Once it is broken, Once it is broken, you can see all the manipulation. You can easily go short, keeping the stop loss above this high, and you can easily achieve a good profit on this one as well. See that? If you hold this trade, you can, according to the strategy, you can take a good profit on this one as well. And that's how you can predict breakout before it happens. I sincerely believe that this valuable strategy was helpful to you. If you find value in it, then don't forget to subscribe and also watch this 2 video will help you in your trading. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon in my next video.